What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to check out some spicy battles with a Sharpedo, Frostlass, and Galvantula there. This is a very interesting team, and it's being run at like the 3200 ELO range. So huge shout out to Ninja X Greninja. Thank you for sharing these battles with us. Excited to see the spice that is this team. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, getting into this first battle here, we have Sharpedo on the lead versus Azumarill. All right, let's see what this Sharpedo can do. Obviously, Waterfall is going to be resisted, but Poison Fang here is going to be doing super effective damage. While this Sharpedo as well is going to be resisting the fast moves there from Azumarill because of the water typing. Now, they also got the defense drop as well with the Poison Fang, which means these waterfalls are really going to start adding up. They're going to go ahead and shield the Ice Beam as well. And let's see what the opponent decides to do. They decide to swap into a defense form Deoxys, so we will see Frostlass now come in. What's dangerous about Frostlass here is the raw damage it can pump out with Shadow Ball and Avalanche. But will the defense form Deoxys shield? Yeah, they're going to go ahead and shield that first one. Here comes the charge move. Is it going to be a Rock Slide, which is what Frostlass really needs to look out for? It's actually going to be a Thunderbolt. Okay, so maybe Defense Form Deoxys does not have Rock Slide. Here comes another charge move, or maybe it was a 400 IQ Shield Bait. No, it is going to be a Psycho Boost that does not do enough damage, which means Frostlass right here is going to be able to get to this Avalanche in time. This is going to take out the Defense Form Deoxys or get the second shield. Let's see. It takes out Defense Form Deoxys. That is beautiful. Azumarill is probably going to be coming back in, and it's going to have to throw its energy, which it doesn't have enough of because Frostlass now is able to get to the Shadow Ball. This is going to force the shield here from the Azumarill. And we see a swap right away into the Sharpedo, who is loaded with a Poison Fang right here. Is this going to do enough damage? Yes, it is. No, it held on. Did you guys see the swap out right there? So Sharpedo still shreds the health there of Greedent, but Frostlass, again, still has a little bit of energy, but Galvantula now is going to have to come into the fight. Here comes the charge move. It is going to be a body slam for a lot of neutral damage right there, and they need to get this lunge off, even though they are lagging extremely bad. That is very unfortunate. They should have been able to get to a lunge right there without the lag. So Crunch almost takes out the Galvantula, so they actually do hang on. That is incredible to see, considering that they should have been able to get to the lunge in time. We see a swap out into Frostlass, which means the fast moves are going to be able to farm down Greedent, and Azumarill is a sitting duck for this this Avalanche right here. And that is going to be a good game. Facing off against an extremely meta team with this spicy team is a lot of fun to see. All right. Moving into the next one, we have Sharpedo versus Swampert on the lead. Let's see what they decide to do right here. Waterfall's obviously going to be doing a lot of damage, as we are seeing. This is really starting to add up. Already at 50% health. They're going to go ahead and just go for the crunch right away. If the opponent does not shield, this Swampert is going down. Let's see what happens. It does decide to shield right there, and they get the defense drop as well. Now, will they let the Sharpedo go? Yeah, they're going to go ahead and let it go. Hydro Cannon almost one-shots it right there, and we do see a swap out into Skarmory. Galvantula, here is your breakfast right here. My goodness. Swapping out and locking in a Skarmory is absolutely beautiful right here for Galvantula, as it can load up with 2 charge moves before throwing the discharge right here. So yeah, they're going to go ahead and load up to 2 and now throw the discharge. That way they have a charge move ready to go for the Swampert, which is likely going to be coming back in. Discharge does take out the Skarmory, and we will probably see that Swampert now come back in. But it's all going to be about what is in the back. Let's see here. Swampert does decide to come in. Here comes the lunge here. It's going to be lowering the attack as well from the Swampert, but let's see if they decide to shield. They do decide to shield right there. So the attack did drop, and they're going to go ahead and throw the Hydro Cannon, but will Galvantula shield? No, they're going to go ahead and let it go. Maybe there's going to be a Hypno or a Mew. Swamperts and Skarmory's pair. Okay, Drapion, that makes sense too. But Avalanche right here is going to be absolutely disgusting. Now, Drapion, if it does survive the Avalanche, has the ability to get off multiple crunches, and they let that crunch go through, which is unfortunate, but they will be able to get to this next Avalanche in time. This is going to be taking out the Drapion, and hopefully they have enough health in order... Oh, it doesn't take it out! Oh, no! Definitely not enough damage. It's going to come up to Powder Snow in order to farm down the Drapion. No debuff from Crunch. No debuff, so they are able to farm down. And the Swampert now is going to go down to an Avalanche. So that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Definitely an interesting battle right there. But I think it really helped that the Skarmory was safe swapped in. So let's go ahead and move into the next one. We got Sharpedo on the lead versus Talonflame. Oh my goodness. Let's go. They swap out right away into Vigoroth, so we will see the Frostlass now come in. Obviously, this is a very nice matchup for the Frostlass. They just really need to watch out for the potential Bulldoze damage, which would be neutral here. But Avalanche does land, which is very nice, as Frostlass can easily let this go through. And they can farm down with Powder Snow right here and have loaded energy. It is going to be the Bulldoze, though. But they can farm down and be able to throw a... I think they're probably just going to go for a Shadow Ball. Yeah, Shadow Ball versus the Talonflame coming back in. Now, Talonflame should be able to get off 2 fast moves right here in order to take out the Frostlass, but not before it is able to get to the Shadow Ball, which is always very nice. So Shadow Ball does get a shield, but it goes down to fast moves. Sharpedo now loaded. Going to come in and just start destroying this Talonflame. We will see a shield go up right here. And it's all going to be about what is in the back. Azumarill. Flame Charge gets shielded. No, it is going to be a Shadow Swampert right here. But Sharpedo now putting huge pressure with the Crunch. Does the opponent know? It lands! Boom! Takes out the Swampert, and Sharpedo absolutely destroying the Talonflame and Swampert there. So that is going to be a good game. Very well played. All right, moving into the next one. We got Sharpedo versus Venusaur on the lead. Okay, so this is a bad lead. They got to swap out right away, and we will see the Galvantula now come into this matchup right here. Venusaur is deciding to stay in, and they do try to catch the charge move right there, but Galvantula right now is in a pretty much losing matchup here versus Galarian Stunfisk, but thankfully it has Lunge in order to constantly lower the attack there of the Galarian Stunfisk, which is going to help out Sharpedo on the back end in case it is able to get to a charge move before getting farmed down. Now, 2 lunges do get through here before the first Rock Slide, which is beautiful. So they're going to go ahead and let it go. We'll have to see how much damage this does. Yeah, barely not enough to take it out. So they should be able to get to 1 more lunge. Yeah, they do get to 1 more lunge. Now, Galarian Stunfisk is probably going to hard commit to the farm down by this point, as it should be able to survive long enough. But this is going to be close. Can Galvantula get to it in time? No, it gets farmed down. That is what's unfortunate about this matchup. Now, they bring in the Sharpedo right away to try to sneak through that waterfall, which they do get, and they let the Earthquake go through. So Sharpedo still hangs on, even though that was just 3 lunges. And we do see a swap now into Frostlass versus the Venusaur. So it's all about what is in the back. Whatever that third Pokemon is, probably a Sableye. I wouldn't be surprised. It is going to actually be an Empoleon, so that is a tough one, and they do decide to surrender. Sometimes there's just some games you can't win, so good game right there. All right, moving into the next one. We have Sharpedo on the lead versus Medicham. All right, so an absolute terrible lead right here. We do see a swap right away into the Galvantula, and in comes another Galarian Stunfisk. So this is what's very tough about having Galarian Stunfisk in the back, is Galvantula safe swap really can't do too much. It's fantastic that you can get off a couple lunges right here. But honestly, we saw that 3 lunges against the Galarian Stunfisk still with an Earthquake almost one-shot the Sharpedo. So it really doesn't matter. The Rock Slide does land as well, and they are able to get to 1 more lunge in time. Now, Galarian Stunfisk is obviously now in this mid-game going to be farming down with Mudshot right here. So it's going to be a pretty devastating late game. They do get to another one in time, though. So this is actually definitely very nice to get that extra chip damage. And hopefully there isn't a hard counter to Frostlass in the back. That way we can see some wiggle room here. But we do see a swap. They swap in the Medicham now into the Frostlass. So this is definitely a huge win condition for them. They're going to go ahead and let the first charge move go through. It is going to be the Psychic. That does a lot of neutral damage. This Frostlass now is going to go ahead. It has to go for these Avalanches right here. Yeah, they have to go for the Avalanche because if the Shadow Ball gets shielded, they might not be able to get to 2 in time. Now Sharpedo as well. They let it go through. What is the third Pokemon going to be? My goodness, they're going to go ahead and let this go. They're going to rely on Sharpedo. Please be a Bastiodon in the back. Everyone wants to see a Bastiodon in the back. Here we go. Waterfall takes it out. Galarian Stunfisk come back in because there's a Bastiodon in the back. Galarian Stunfisk comes back in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game right here. Can Sharpedo waterfall down a potential Bastiodon in the back? Oh, Galarian Stunfisk is able to get to 2 charge moves. That is so unfortunate. All right, it's going to come down to the wire. What's in the back? It's an Azumarill. Oh. Oh, man. In the 3200s. That's unfortunate. But Poison Fang right here, going to land as the opponent does have 2 shields still. So that is a tough one. I was really hoping, if you see Metachamp Galarian Stunfisk, a lot of times there's a Bastiodon in the back, or even Sableye. But that is looking to be a good game. Obviously, Azumarill right here. I think even Ice Beam might do enough damage to take it out, but Play Rough definitely will. It is going to be the Play Rough. So Sharpedo goes down, but that is still a good game. Fun team to watch those battles, and able to go 3-2 there at 3,200, I should say, rating. So seeing Sharpedo in action was really cool. Oh, they're trying to do these quick catches. All right, you got it. Don't worry. It'll still... Okay, you got it. Yeah, 32-05 right there. So very cool team. Very unconventional, but has some great coverages against the men. You guys saw it play against a lot of very meta lines. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.